The courtroom was silent, the kind of silence that presses against the chest and dares a man to breathe wrong, as Ethan Cole stood at the defense table in a charcoal suit that cost more than most people's yearly rent, yet somehow still made him look like a man already sentenced, accused of orchestrating the largest financial fraud in the nation's history, a crime that allegedly drained $3.8 billion from public pension funds, leaving thousands of retirees on the brink of ruin. And prosecution wanted blood, not justice, demanding a record-breaking fine of $5 billion, a number so large it echoed through the room like a death sentence disguised as math, while reporters sharpened headlines and the judge adjusted his glasses, already tired of rich men claiming innocence. But Ethan didn't flinch, because men like him never did, not until the walls closed in, and as the prosecutor began her opening statement, painting him as a greedy architect of human misery. Ethan's eyes drifted toward the gallery where an old man sat clutching a faded pension letter, hands shaking, rage and betrayal etched into every wrinkle. And for the first time that morning Ethan swallowed hard, because this wasn't just about money anymore, it was about faces, real people, and a truth buried under numbers and lies. Then it was Ethan's turn, and he walked to the center of the courtroom slowly, deliberately, like a man stepping onto a stage he knew too well. And when he spoke, his voice was calm, controlled, almost dangerously sincere. He didn't deny the losses, didn't deny the suffering. Instead, he did something unexpected. He accepted responsibility for creating a system that allowed the theft, but denied being the thief, explaining how internal auditors, regulators, and board members ignored warning signs, how forged reports were approved, how whistleblowers were silenced, and how when he tried to expose it, the same system that now wanted to fine him into oblivion turned on him, and the courtroom shifted, jurors leaning forward, the judge watching closely, because this wasn't a rehearsed denial, it was a confession with teeth. Then came the twist, as Ethan's lawyer submitted a final piece of evidence, a sealed government document revealing that the fraud had been knowingly allowed to continue to avoid a market collapse before an election year, implicating powerful figures far above Ethan's pay grade. And the room exploded into chaos, gasps, shouting, the judge hammering his gavel like he was trying to crack reality itself. And after days of brutal cross-examinations and emotional testimony from victims, the verdict finally came. Ethan Cole was found not guilty of fraud, but guilty of gross negligence, and the judge delivered the sentence slowly, deliberately, imposing a $2.2 billion fine, not as punishment alone, but as restitution, every dollar earmarked for the victims. And as the judge spoke the final words, Ethan closed his eyes, not in relief, not in defeat, but in understanding, because freedom had never been free, and sometimes the highest price a man pays isn't prison, it's living with the damage his ambition helped create. And as cameras flashed and headlines screamed, Ethan walked out of the courtroom a free man, billions poorer, legacy shattered, knowing that in the court of public opinion, the verdict would be argued forever.